time there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Miller with the ball. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw at Simpson. Got a man. There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Steps away to find some room. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Here we go. Direct snap. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Simpson. Looking to buy time. Rolling right and going deep. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Quarterback running on the draw. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Give to the running back. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job on the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Looking to the big tight end. Trying to barrel in. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Wide receiver going in motion. He's looking to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's dealt. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line. He's got the tight end. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dogs! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the extra point is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Dances away to buy time. Took a shot as he threw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. It's Miller. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on 3rd down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on throw, and that leads to the interception.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that the rest of this game.
They'll try the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Throws to the back. Caught near the sticks, it's Miller. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Looking to throw on first down. He fires to the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, Georgia.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Gets the back moving. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught behind the line. It's Frazier. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. Back open in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
To the air, it's Stockton. Oh, they're after him! And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Complete to the left. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Dogs in a good spot here with second and short. On the run, it's Frazier. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Go ahead and roll the dice. this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
The Dogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Simpson. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got it. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop at the 37, but not before. He's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Simpson. This time it's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The offense changing the play. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that 1st down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's got it on the run. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks forward.
Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Sneaks into the end zone.
It's just so nice to have a sitting guard who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This possession from their own 20. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
14.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Finds the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Makes the catch, it's Branch. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. He'll sneak it. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches. I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Holds it in. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now. You know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's one they're going to regret trailing late.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Fires downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
This drive will open from the 15. Power football with the run.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Keep it on the ground. Turning it on. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Georgia going up tempo. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.